Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our gentle yoga flow. I hope that you can see me okay, and I hope this is working okay. Oh, there it is, just popped in. Excellent. So, gentle yoga flow, we're going to be doing a little flow today. If you want to mellow it down, go ahead, child's pose whenever you need it, whenever you want it. I know it's kind of rough right now. And you know what? It's okay not to be okay. And I get that. So, thank you for joining me and for being a part of my life in this new reality. And I'm happy I'm able to offer this to you. So at the end of class, I'm going to stop. This is going to be about a 45-minute flow, and then we're going to do a 10 to 15 minute guided meditation, which I'm also going to record on my phone. So the meditation part will be recorded so that you can go to that separately whenever you need it, okay? Because sometimes just having something quieter to listen to, whether it's gentle music, and there's lots of apps you can go to. Julie Faustin has listed them on New Bedford Wellness. There's a lot of different things you can use when you need to settle the brain down. So just know it's okay, okay? We'll all get through this together, and hopefully in certain ways we'll be better for it in the end, okay? Being kinder, learning that you don't need everything you've always had, okay? So with that being said, I'd like you to join me in this present time. Hands on your knees, whatever feels best, remembering this is your journey. So if you have your hands down because you need that energy, go ahead. If you feel like you can share, palms are up. Maybe you need a little of both. And that's okay too. So as you take this path today, remember it's your path. And it can go wherever it goes. So with that in mind, I'd like you to just take a moment here to close your eyes, connect with that breath, drawing that breath deep into our bellies, and letting it slide out the nose. Let the shoulders relax. Let those hips just connect to the earth. Root yourself down. Lift the chest tall. One more breath. Open the eyes. I'd like to introduce you to a breath called bee's breath. And bee's breath is, the Sanskrit word is Pratyahara, I think, something like that. I'm not entirely sure. But bee's breath, we cup our hands around our ears, so you're blocking out the rest of the noise, and you hum. And it's all internal, but it's very settling. So I get squirrel brains, like, hey, like a squirrel sometimes. This is very releasing and very calming. So it's a really good way to just settle the brain down. So you cup your hands around your ears, you inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose, but when you exhale, you hum. Yeah, you hum. So it's you're going to do it a total of 3 times. And as you finish the third one, return to a natural breath. Kind of fun, huh? Good. Sitting up nice and tall, we're going to take chin to chest. I'd like you to do some half rolls. Ear, shoulder, back to the center, ear, shoulder. We carry so much tension in our neck and our shoulders. It's a really nice way to just let it all go. And perhaps you have an area that needs to be held a little bit longer. Go ahead and do that. As we return chin to chest, I'd like you to lift up. I'd like you to start some body rolls. Just let those shoulders relax. I see a few of you popping up. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining me. I have a full schedule this week for you, so make sure you check it out. Tomorrow, yoga Pilates. So nice little yoga with a strong core in the middle of the Pilates. It's a fun class. Let's go the other way. Just let it go. We return it to the center. We take a nice deep breath, lifting all the way up. Let's reach it to the right. Right hand to the ground, shoulders back. Let's find some nice stretch. Press this left hip to the ground. It's really opening up that side body. We inhale, lift. Take it the other way. Reaching, lengthening. We inhale, lift. Let's bring it forward. Doesn't have to be deep. We're still warming everything up. Keeping those hips pressing to the ground. Take that inhale, lift. Again, we're going to take it right. Shoulders back. Find some opening. Maybe you take this a little deeper this time. Inhale, lift. Take it the other way. Inhale, lift. Let's take it to a twist. Gentle twist, shoulders back, lift that chest up tall. Inhale, lift to the other side. Inhale, lift, and bring it forward. On a nice inhale, we bring it up. And exhale. We're going to come to all fours. Hands underneath those shoulders, knees hip width apart. Take it to a little cat-cow, tucking the pelvis under. And then lengthen and crown the head long away from that tailbone. So we always want to keep length in the spine. Don't collapse into the low back. So if we think about those hips as reaching away from the shoulders. Two more times. Nice. Bring it to the center. Let's just wag those hips side to side. Little wag the tail. Maybe you reach the shoulder away. Slow this down. Find that nice stretch. Two. Last ones. Excellent. Starfish hands, tuck those toes under, draw those hips up into a down dog. Let's walk that dog, some alternate heel, presses to the floor. And we're going to walk this dog right into the hands, nice soft knees. Walk the hands to the quads. Press into those quads, shoulders back. Lengthen the spine and the legs. So keep pressing into those legs. Good. Ooh, feel that stretch. Yes, bend those knees. Looking forward. So we're in chair. Press through those feet. Inhale, lifting all the way up. Hands to heart center, our mountain pose. Taking a moment here to root your mountain to the ground. Shoulders back, lifting at heart center. Really take a moment here to settle into your mountain. Notice how your body's feeling. Can you create a strong mountain? Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach to the right. Keep those feet pressing. Lift, take it left. Inhale up, swan dive down, soft knees. Press through those feet, inhale, lift. Gentle twist. Lifting, twist the other way. Inhale up, exhale that swan dive down, soft knees. Press through those feet, inhale, lift. Exhale, sit back to chair. Moving chair, inhale up, exhale back. Two. Sitting back to chair and holding. We're going to take it to airplane. So from our chair, lift up, airplane, arms to the side or alongside the body, back to chair, and airplane. Just a little flow. We're keeping our chest lifted here. It's not deep like our supported cobra. Just getting everything warming up. 3, 2, last one, lift, hold, airplane. Sit back to chair and hold. Inhale, lift, exhale. I want you to step back facing the long edges of your mat, toes turning out to the corners. Feet wider than hip width apart, moonflowers. Lowering and lifting. Lower down, hold, goddess pose. And then our sunflowers, lift up, hinging at the hips. Find those sunflowers. So we have that nice little hinge at the hips. Nice tall, long spine though. Core staying lifted. Swoop those hands, land once again into that goddess pose. Draw in that core. 2, hands to the quads, press up. Walk those feet in, stepping back up to our mountain. Inhale all the way up. Exhaling, we're taking that swan dive down to forward bend. Bend those knees enough to place those hands on the floor. Step back with a left foot into a low lunge. Step back with a right foot into a plank. Drop the knees into a kneeling plank. Doing our kneeling sun salutations. We shift forward, kneeling plank, lower to the ground, taking elbows underneath those shoulders. Press through those forearms, press through those legs, lift up for Sphinx. Core stays lifted, legs strong to the ground. We return down, hands by the chest, draw those hips up and back, extended child's pose. Walk the hands over to the right, sit that left hip back. Return center, come back to all fours, shifting forward that kneeling plank, lowering down. You can take Sphinx again, or take hands off the floor, baby cobra, long and strong. Return down, hips up and back, extended child's pose. Walk the hands to the left and sit that right hip back. Return it back, all fours. Bringing it forward, that kneeling plank, lowering down, Sphinx, baby cobra, or maybe you take cobra. Hug those elbows in, draw up that core. Press those feet to the ground, those legs to the ground. Nice, draw those hips up and back, extended child's pose. We come back to all fours, nice starfish hands. Shifting back, shoulders no longer over wrists, tuck those toes under, lift those knees, press and lift up into a down dog. Woo! Gentle, slow, walk that dog. Keep pressing into the knuckles of the fingers. lengthening them out. Nice. We're going to let those heels float back down closer to the ground, right? Remember, they don't have to be touching. Taking right leg up for three-legged dog. Tuck the knee into the chest, drop those hips and swing it all the way through, low lunge. Keeping left hand to the floor, right arm to the side, revolve it open. You can always put that knee down if you preferred. Float that hand down, drop that knee, press up, sit the hips back, toes lifting. Returning back, arms sweep up, slipping them behind the head, open it up. Lift the chest, but at the same time, we still have to draw in that core. So we have a nice long open chest and spine. Good, we inhale, lift, exhale, bring it forward, both hands to the inside of that leg. We're gonna let this knee just open up to the side, foot stays on the floor. Depending on your hip mobility, you might walk it down, but probably stay up here for now. This is dragon. We're gonna hug that knee back in, slipping the hand to the outside of that leg. Tucking back toes under, we lift the hips up, settling back into plank. Lift and press back into down dog. Bend those knees, slide the shoulder blades down the back, lift those hips up nice and high, and then let those heels float back down closer to the ground. Nice strong down dog. Left leg up, three-legged dog, knee to chest, dropping the hips as you swing that foot through. Keeping right hand to the floor, left arm opens up, revolved lunge here. Good. Ooh, how's that feel? Feel good? Float it down, dropping the back knee, shift the weight back, toes up. Now you might keep this low, you can bring it high, you can sit it back. Everybody's at a different spot. We're gonna bring it up, returning to those bent knees, arms lift, slip those hands behind, open it up, lift the chest. Lift up, reach it forward, hand coming to the inside of that leg. Keeping foot to the floor, we let that knee open up to the side. Keep that core lifting, you don't want to let that go. We hug the knee in, we lift the hips up, placing hand back to the outside of that foot, back toes tuck under, lifting up those hips, stepping back into a down dog. Walk that dog. Nice. So depending on you, you can walk, jump, or just step this into your forward bend. Soft knees, especially if those legs aren't quite warmed up enough yet. Walk it up, hands to quads, bend those knees, shoulders back, lift that chest, press it. Supporting cobra. Nice, return it back to those bent knees, press through those feet, inhaling all the way up, exhaling, sitting back to chair, bringing hands to heart center. Wrap the ribs to the right, maybe you hook that elbow for a little revolved chair. Return center, wrap it the other way. Return center, inhale, lift all the way up. Crossing right leg over left. Reach to the right. Inhale, lift. Swan dive down whatever your depth is. So it might be halfway, might be full. Keep those feet pressing. Inhale, lift. Switch legs, left foot over right. Taking it left. Bringing it up. Swan dive down. Inhale, lift. Woo. And exhale, uncrossing. Nice deep breath. So taking a little more traditional sun salutation, inhaling all the way up. Exhaling, swan dive down to forward bend. Stepping back with one foot into a low lunge. Step back into the other foot, full plank. Draw those hips up into a down dog. Lower those hips to plank. You can take kneeling here if you like. We are going to be going up and down, just to let you know. We're shifting forward. Come down halfway for crocodile. Flip those toes, pressing up dog. Keep those hips lifting, or keep the core lifting. Flip those toes, draw those hips up, down dog. Taking right leg up, three-legged dog. Knee to chest, stepping through. Press up into a high lunge. Pressing through those feet, lift up, tall mountain. Sitting back to chair. Inhaling all the way up, exhaling our swan dive down, forward bend. Step back with the left foot into that low lunge. Step back with the right foot into our plank. Draw those hips up, pressing through the fingers into down dog. Lowering those hips back to plank. Shift forward, come down halfway, crocodile. Flip and press, up dog. Flip, lift those hips up, down dog. Taking left leg up, three-legged dog. Knee comes into the chest, drop the hips, step it through. Looking forward, pressing up into a high lunge. Press through that front foot, step up, tall mountain. Woo, how are we doing? Sit back to chair. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, that swan dive down. Step back with the right foot, low lunge. Step back with that left foot, plank. Drawing those hips up, down dog. Remember, you can take any version of this along the way. You can hang out in child's pose if you want to. You can stay in mountain. So wherever you need to be right now. We lower those hips beside the Caribbean. Drop down to plank. Shift forward, down for crocodile. Flip and press, up dog. Keep that core lifting. Flip those toes, settle it back, down dog. Taking right leg up, three-legged dog. Knee to chest, stepping through. Looking forward, pressing up our high lunge. Pressing through that front foot, step up to mountain. Sitting back to chair. We have one more. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive down. Stepping back with the right foot, that low lunge. Stepping back with the left foot into plank. Draw those hips up, down dog. Lower those hips back to plank. Shift forward, chest over thumbs. Come down halfway, crocodile. Flip and press, up dog. Flip and lift, down dog. Whew. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Knee to chest, steps through. Looking forward, pressing up our high lunge. Pressing through that front foot, lift up. Tall mountain, sit back to chair. Inhale all the way up. Exhaling, swan dive down. Just a little transition here. Step back with the left foot. Low lunge. Step back with the right foot into plank. Draw those hips up, down dog. Woo! Take that right leg up, three-legged dog, knee to chest, step it through. Now, you're going to spiral this back foot out. So your feet are in warrior 2 feet. Walk up or windmill up. Wow! Warrior 2. Good job. Turn those fingertips, palms down, fingertips away. Stack those shoulders right over those hips. You got it. Front knee over that ankle. Open up towards that pinky toe. Take the gaze over the front hand. Woo! Reach forward, slide it into side angle. If you're honoring shoulders, hand can always be on the hip. It doesn't have to be overhead. Furthest point away is that back heel. Press those feet to the ground. Lengthen the legs long away from the hips. pressing nice and here, we lift. Lengthen the front leg. So your hips are cockeyed here. That's what they're supposed to be. Reach it out, float the hand down, finding triangle. So the length between our rib and our hip, we take that natural hinge of our hip and we use it here. We're not folding into this. We're using that natural hinge. Our front leg is tucking under those legs, still pressing. Ready? Back foot pressing, strong, long lift. Ah, warrior two, good. Float that back hand down. Reach out, lift, exalted warrior. Your gaze, hand, foot, somewhere in between. Nice. Return it back, that warrior two. One more time, reach it forward. Finding side angle. Press those feet. Let's take this top hand, put it in the back pocket. Roll the shoulder back, open up that chest, letting the head just follow along. Keep pressing those feet. Maybe you can take this deeper. Maybe you have a block and you're using a block, hand inside or outside. Remember, you have to find yours. Everybody's in a different spot, a different path. We're going to keep those feet pressing as we inhale and lift. Arms return, warrior two. Lengthen, lay it out, float the hands down. Front leg tucks under, and then maybe you can continue that hinge and take this deeper. Maybe not, that's okay. Keep those feet pressing. We inhale and lift back. Warrior two. Float the back hand down, turn the front hand up, lay it out, and take it back. Shoulders back, heart center lifts. Find your gaze point. You return it. Warrior two. Float those hands down. Lengthen that leg, turning those feet in parallel to each other. So lifting those inner ankles. We're going to take our hands out, palms up, thumbs to the wall behind you. At the same time, draw in that core. Yeah. We're going to hinge forward, turning palms down. Lift with the back of the hands. Keep that core lifting. So the shoulder blades are drawing towards each other. Big extension. We're going to float our hands down. If you need a block, use your block. You can open up those feet a little bit wider if that helps. We're going to place the right hand on the floor. Bring the left arm to the side. Add rotation, opening it up. Rotated straddle stretch. Float it down. Switching. Arm out. Use those arm and back muscles to lift and rotate. Float it down. One more time each side. Use those muscles. Rotate, open it up. Oh, how's this feeling? Yummy! Float it down. Other side. Lift it open. Rotate up those ribs. Remember, when we twist, we wrap our ribs around our spine. We always find length. Nice job. Float it down. We're going to just let this go. Walk those hands between the feet. Lift the shoulders up away from the floor. Give that core a little lift. Walk it back out, finding that long spine. Bend those knees, hands to our quads, pressing up. Turning right toes in, left toes and leg out. I didn't forget, I'm on a mat here though. Let's see. There we go. Set up your warrior two. Gaze over that front hand, knee over ankle, opening up towards that pinky toe, right? Yeah. Ready? Reach forward, take it into that side angle. Shoulder draws down, legs long and strong. Remember, if you're honoring shoulders, hand can be on the hip. It doesn't have to be overhead. Give a little lengthening of that core, draw it in. Lengthening of that low back, sorry. Keeping those feet planted, big inhale, we lift. Back to our warrior two. Lengthen that front leg. Lay it out. Float the hand down. Find that triangle. So picture yourself against a wall so our shoulders aren't coming forward. Everything is on the same plane. Ready? Long and strong. Big inhale. We lift back up. Returning warrior two. Yeah, you got it. Float the back hand down. Front hand reaches and take it back. Shoulders down, exalted warrior, your gaze. Big inhale, we return back, warrior two. Side angle, shoulder down, feet pressing, knee opening up. Maybe you've taken this deeper. Perhaps that hand has come around behind you if you opened it up. Keeping those feet pressing. Big inhale, we lift back up, warrior two. Lengthen that front leg, lay it out. Float it down. Keep that front leg tucking under. See if you can find a little more space between the rib and the hip. Remember, the hand lands wherever it lands. It doesn't have to be on the floor. What we want is this big lengthening at the rib cage. Keep those feet planted, nice and inhale. We lift back up, warrior two. Float it down, reach and take it back, exalted warrior. Nice inhale, we return back, warrior two. Float those hands down, lengthen the legs, turning those feet in. Let's open up those, let's walk those feet in. Heel toe, give those legs a little shake. We're gonna take standing, well, I guess technically seated pigeon as our balance pose, but feel free to do any balance pose of your choice. If you wanna simply do tree, excellent way to work on your balance. If you need to be near a wall, put a hand on the wall. Near a chair, put a hand on the chair, it's okay. Okay? So our seated pigeon, I'm gonna grab a little bit of water here. I've been talking for over an hour now. Remembering that balance is really a lot about core strength. If you need to be on a harder surface, go ahead. Rooting our base leg to the ground. So I'm going to start with my left leg rooted, bringing my right knee up. I want to bring it across so the rotation is at the hip. Hook ankle above knee and open it up. Hinging at the hip. So this might be enough for you, and that's okay. Hands to heart center. Give it a little press. So we're going to seal our foot to the ground. Use our inner thighs and pelvic floor to lift. Draw in that belly. Seal the hands together. So we have our root lock, we have our belly lock, we have our foot and hand seal. Keep it here. Or hinge and take it back. I'll shift so you can see this. Let's go this way. Finding your depth. We want to keep our spine long, the natural hinge at the hip. Don't collapse at the waist. Now a little more work. Use that outer thigh, draw that knee down closer to the floor. Keep that core lifting. Breathe into it. Remember, if this is intentional, use your aha breath. In through the nose, through the mouth. Big inhale, we press up and release. Switching sides. Knee up, it comes across, it hooks. We open it up, we sit it back. Seal the foot to the floor, press the hands together. Pelvic floor, inner thighs, belly. Outer thigh, knee draws towards the floor. Chest is lifted, core is lifting. Hey everybody, how we doing? Whew. Nice. Oh, how's that feel? Feel good? Yeah. Press up, release it, take a nice deep breath all the way up. Oh, let's open up those feet, open up those arms, take a big star stretch. We still need to keep that core working. Open it up. Float those hands down, bring those feet together, take those knuckles, press them down to the floor, shoulders back, chest lifted. Good. And release it down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale our swan dive down to forward bend. We're going to just stay here in forward bend for a moment. You might have soft knees. Maybe you just want to hang and be ragdoll. Perhaps you join those arms. It's yours. Soften that belly. Bend those knees, hands to the floor, stepping back with the left foot into our low lunge, right foot into our plank. We're going to drop our right knee down. Kickstand it out, and then open up into a kneeling side plank. Lift up, kneeling half moon. Keep lifting at the core, press the heel away, reach the arms away. Point the toe, draw a little circle. Go the other way. Hold, float the foot to the ground. You're going to plant that foot. You're going to shift your weight and lift up. We're going to work a little core here, back and forth. When we come back down, I want just light touch on this floor, on the skin. We're not shifting our weight over to that side just yet. So we're going to open it up and close it, that little tap, open and close. This is opening and closing the gate. Very nice. As we complete this last one, that hand is going to come to the floor. We're going to shift our weight back onto it. Lift that leg back up, our kneeling half moon. Lower and lift that leg. Keep lifting at the core. Last one, float that foot down. Your choice, you stay here in your kneeling plank or extend the bottom leg out, keep lifting at that core into a full side plank. Remember, it's your choice. Keep lifting at the core. 3, 2, pivot into our full plank. Could be kneeling. Draw those hips up into down dog. Oh, how's that feel? Doesn't that feel great? Float those hips back down into plank. Drop the left knee down. Kickstand it out. Rotate open. Kneeling side plank on that other side. Lifting that foot up. Our kneeling half moon. Pressing away. Maybe you draw a little circle here. Woo, other way. Good. Float it down, plant it, shift your weight, and lift up. So remember, hands going to be light to the floor. Reach it open, tap it down and close, opening and closing the gate. Knee right underneath that hip. A little core work. 3, how are we doing on time here? Oh, good. 2. Our last ones. Let's finish this. Ooh, we're going to shift our weight to that hand. Lift that foot up again. Arms reach, core lifts, lower lift that leg. Remember, you have that choice. Lower that foot down, staying here, or extending the bottom leg out. Keep lifting. So feet can be stacked, they can be scissored, it's up to you. Revolving into your plank of choice. Knees down, give it a big stretch back. Take a moment to roll out those wrists. And then bring it up. Come to a seated position. Oops, sorry, I got a message on here. I'm just going to clear the message off for a second. Hi, Julia. I'll be back to you as soon as I'm done. Okay, babe? Good. I know, she understood every word I just said, didn't she? Let's find butterfly pose. I'll get back to her. It takes up most of my screen when a message pops up, so it's a little disconcerting. Whew, how we feeling? We feeling good? So glad you're here with me today. Nice. We're going to bring those legs up, bringing those knees together. Extend the right leg out in front. We're going to cross left leg over. And we're going to take long leg today. So I'd like you to take left arm up, drawing to the inside of that knee, wrap. We're just going to do a couple of seated poses here. Remember, I'm going to do a slightly longer guided meditation today. Unwrap, back to the center. We're going to let this knee open up, sliding that foot in whatever depth works for you. So you might just stay long. Let me see this. Good. There we go. You might slide it in. If you slide it in, we want to wrap underneath that knee, so we're not putting any extra pressure on our knee joints. So very similar to our standing pigeon we did already. And if you're a regular in my classes, I know what you've already done. I know you're there. So this is an option. You can shift your weight back and take this into balance. Yeah. I know some of you, we're here. You were already there. That's good. Proud of you. Lower that foot down. Slide it out. Bring that knee up. We're going to switch legs, crossing over. Sitting up tall, right arm draws to the inside of that knee and we wrap away from it. Sit up nice and tall. Remember, when we wrap, we keep lifting and we wrap our ribs around our spine. We keep lifting tall. That's right. Good. We unwrap back to the center. Let that knee open up. Sliding that foot into your depth. Shoulders back, we sit up nice and tall. Yes, if you're already there, you can take this back into balance. I wasn't going to go here, but I know you were already there, so I might as well join you, right? We drop that foot to the floor, we slide it out, that knee comes up. We're going to bend both knees. Wrapping your hands under one knee, roll yourself down to the ground, take knees to chest, let those shoulders come down. Maybe you do a little head side to side roll. Maybe you take those legs with a little side to side with the legs. I'd like you to place the feet on the floor, and you're going to continue that side to side with the legs. Knees are open about hip width apart. Just let them roll side to side, wave. Like a little wave, like the trees. The trees are waving back and forth today with the wind. I sat for a while totally mesmerized by how the wind was just making the branches move. It was really kind of soothing in a way. It's just not something you have any time to really think about or do, or just pause and watch. So this is a good time to notice all of the little things, the things we take for granted. Oh, okay, we're going to let those knees just float to the floor. Yeah. That nice twisted stretch. You bring it back. We're gonna let those knees just float to the other side. One more breath. We bring it back to the center. Taking knees to shoulders, holding on to the bottom of the feet. So I like peace fingers wrapped around the big toes, but you might choose to hold on to the bottom of your feet. You want those hips to press down to the ground, knees by the shoulders. Maybe you've rolled this for happy baby. Maybe you've opened it up for straddle. Remember, it's wherever you need to be right this moment. Whatever feels best. One more breath here. Gently releasing one foot to the floor at a time, knees together. Letting those knees open up for butterfly, or perhaps you prefer to keep the knees together and heel to those feet out. We're really starting to settle into our final relaxation. This will be our final stretch. One more breath. We draw those knees back together. I'd like you to prepare yourself for final relaxation. So perhaps you're laying flat on the floor. Maybe you've grabbed a blanket and put it over you. Okay. I am going to do a guided meditation that I'm also going to be recording on my phone at the same time. I announced this at the beginning of class, so that you'll have access to that guided meditation later on. Okay, I'll post it on my page. It'll be posted on the Bedford Wellness page. It'll be posted a bunch of different places. So when you have that time that you really need to just listen to a story and relax, it's a good choice. Good choice to use. So settle in. Connect with your breath. Find your perfect spot. I'm going to turn my music off. Do that body scan. Connect with your body. Notice how it's breathing. With each breath, letting that body become heavy, resting on the lower body. Connect with your breath. Today, my reading is Imagery for Inner Strength. This was written by Ann Webster, a PhD with the Benson Henry Institute for Mind-Body Medicine. Beginning now by taking a few easy breaths. Noticing that on every easy out breath, you become more comfortable. Breathing in and breathing out. As you pay attention to your breathing, you may notice a little space between the in-breath and the out-breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And in that little space of quiet within you, it is peaceful, calm, and still. Take a moment to notice how you feel right now. Notice the character of your mind. On your next out breath, begin to notice the muscles of your face, letting them soften. Perhaps allowing yourself to experience a small smile. This feeling of softness can move down into your neck and shoulders, allowing all of the cares of the day to roll off the tips of your shoulders. You can come back to those cares and concerns at another moment in time. This softness and relaxation moves gently down your spine, vertebra by vertebra by vertebra, all the way down to your tailbone. Taking in another easy breath. And as you exhale, this feeling of softness and relaxation passes like a wave down into the lower half of your body, down to your feet, all the way to your toes. Taking a moment now to notice how good you feel. When you are relaxed and calm, you can use your mind in a very special way. You can use your mind to influence how you feel or think. Begin now by placing your dominant hand on your chest, just over your heart space. Feeling the comfort of your hand there. Noticing that your hand rises gently on each in-breath and settles down quietly on each out-breath. With your hand over your heart space, perhaps you can feel a sense of connection with a very deep part of yourself. Part of you that is your inner strength. A part of you that has been with you since you were born. And it is with you now. It may be the part of you that helps you take on the challenges of life. It may be the part of you that helps you to survive. Or the part of you that keeps you calm. Or the part of you that helps you to feel good about yourself. Get in touch with this part of you now, this friend and ally within. Perhaps you have an image of yourself experiencing or practicing this strength. Perhaps you have a feeling or thoughts or body sensation, a word or phrase, whatever seems right for you right now. whenever you are in touch with this part of yourself, you feel calm, knowing that you can comfort and calm yourself whenever you need. And when you are in touch with this part of yourself, you will feel more confident. Confident in your wisdom, your abilities, your strengths. You will be more open to possibilities. When you are in touch with this part of yourself, you will feel more optimistic, happy, and looking forward to the future. Several times as you go through the day, place your dominant hand on your chest to connect with your inner strength, knowing that within you are all of the resources that you need at every moment in time. Very gently, returning your focus to your breath. Once again, noticing that your body rises on each in-breath and settles down on each out-breath. As I count backwards, gently come back to the room feeling calm, peaceful, confident, and proud of yourself that you are able to do this. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back. As we gently start to reawaken our bodies, perhaps with a gentle wiggle of the fingers and toes, maybe a big stretch. I'd like you to cross your arms across your chest and bend your knees, rolling to your side. And then when you're ready, walking yourself up to an easy seated position, just where we started class. Perhaps you find those hands wherever you need them to be. But what I would like you to do is take those hands to the side, palms up. I'd like you to inhale with the word deep. Join those hands together and exhale with the word peace as we connect our head to our heart. Om Shanti Shanti Om. May you have peace in your mind, your body, your soul. Thank you all for being here. Know you can always go back to that calm place. Thank you. Be safe.